to become much more powerful. In today's video, join me here because we're taking a look at 5 of the fastest boats ever made. Number 5. Mystic Power Boats C5000 Turbine. And Mystic Power Boats is a manufacturer that's creating some seriously impressive designs. Some turbine that was sold and new, we eliminate things up a notch. It's a phenomenal catamaran, like a secret agent as you shoot across the water. And it's an impressive specs, means that the boat, which cost nearly $750,000, almost any other production vessel measuring 15 feet, or 15.2 meters long, or 3.5 meters wide. The hull is made from a specially designed composite material, and it's fitted with twin turbine engines that can each produce 18,150 horsepower, is total of 3,700 horses, means that the C5000 to 175 kilometers per hour. Top speed is 60 miles an hour or up to 157 kilometers per hour beyond sheer speed. And the boat is designed for comfort and entertainment too, with an air-conditioned cockpit and an onboard oxygen system and a Tiger communication system, paired with the JL audio sound system, meaning that anyone who owns one of these will be able to show up and start the party wherever and whenever they want. Number 4. Jaguar V20. Jaguar is a name that's known for producing incredibly fast supercars, something it's done for decades. But the Jaguar racing team is relatively new when it comes to designing. Quotes, this hasn't prevented them from creating a record-breaking boat. However, they set the time for the fastest ever electric boat, and according to the team, they just got started. It was the result of a collaboration between the team and Williams Advanced Engineering, which is a department of the Williams Motor Racing team that competes in Formula One and various other series. The battery packs and motors used on the V28, both are similar to the powertrains that are used by the cars and the Formula E Racing Championship, which is an all-electric series, and using this on a boat produces phenomenal power. On a calm day in England in June 2018, the team took the boat to the famous course called Constant Water, and 0.6 miles 1 kilometer stretch smashed the previous record. Did we just beat him? 88 miles, or 143 kilometers per hour. To do this purely with electrical power and no fuel is a true feat of engineering. Anywhere near finished. They're targeting 100-mile-an-hour mark, and they think it'll be achievable within the next few years. Number 3. Bluebird K7 is taking to the water in January of 1955. Bluebird K7 was built during the heyday of water speed record attempts and set a new bar that will remain unbroken for almost 2 decades. The jet engine hydro plant was designed by Ken Norris and built with a steel frame and aluminum body and 3 points of contact with the water. It was powered by a Metropolitan Vickers barrel axial flow turbojet engine that was able to produce around 3,500 pounds of thrust. That was way ahead of its time with design. After continually improving attempts, the Bluebird K7 set its fastest speed December of 1964, and Australia set a record of 276 miles, 400 more kilometers per hour. Donald Campbell felt, however, that there was far more potential to get written. This went on to target 300 miles per hour by replacing the engine with a lighter and more powerful water by the Ministry of Defense. Unfortunately, during this meet attempt with the new design in 1967, the old lifted into the air and crashed back down into the water and killed Campbell on impact. Destroyed the boat to the wreck was eventually recovered, but Campbell's body was never found, showing just how dangerous world render it's truly an honor. Lowercase 7 attempts we're starting currently underway to build a new version of a boat with modern technology. And it's possible, but the Navy will soon take the water again to try to set a new water speed record. Number 2. Vestas sail rocket. To at first, you may think that the limit of how fast a sail one can travel is the speed of the wind itself. With a combination of clever engineering and lightweight materials, it's possible to make something that goes far faster. The Vestas sail rocket is an ingenious concept that proves this. and in 2012 would go on to set the speed record for a class team, which was based on the Isle of Wight had spent more than 16 months practical design principles from other vehicles, such as the aerodynamics of aircraft and the way the tires are set up on race cars, to a nice friction from the road surface. The first version of the sail rocket proved to be a success. Damaged or attacked runs, or there was no choice. The second one we get the original to resulting investors to measure 40 feet or 12 meters long and have a totally safe area 36 square feet, or about 20 square meters, meaning made from carbon fiber, and with a strong men that weigh just 600 pounds or 275 kilograms. What are just 3 points of contact with the water? The drag was significantly reduced in comparison with other designs. Lightweight frame meant that the overall design of channel far more energy into momentum than anything that had come before it. On a day with absolutely perfect conditions on a course and wealth has been Namibia. The boat set records over the 1 mile and a mere distances, reaching a confirmed top rate of 68 knots, which is the same as 7-8 miles or 126 kilometers per hour, which was almost tripled the prevailing winds meet at the time. Number 1, Spirit of Australia. You'd have thought that with modern technology, the speed record for the fastest boat was something that could be continually broken. Amazingly, though, it's a record that was set in October of 1978, and no one's ever since. What's even more impressive is that the Spirit of Australia wasn't constructed with modern composite lightweight materials and instead was built in a backyard. Warm had been inspired by this elite attempts of the super team in the 1960s as he was growing up, and came to the conclusion that when traveling at fast speeds, it'd be better to have a heavier and more stable boat that wouldn't risk launching into the air. That's why he made the Spirit of Australia in this way, be getting more and more thrust to it, and fiberglass relying on covering what happened to be there. My Australian Air Force was to purchase 3 surplus Westinghouse engines from auction. At the time they weren't working, but the 3 of them managed to refurbish them and attach them to the bow with their polyphony and success. October of 1970, Spirit of Australia was clocked at a speed of 317.6 miles, or 511 kilometers per hour, record that stands to this day. Ken was the only person to ever travel faster 300 miles per hour cross water and survived.